Yo, what's up, my fellow virgin boy? A1 like steak sauce can never take a motherfucker loss. I'm in this bitch sauce to fuck up as always. Y'all know how the fuck it go in this bitch. I'm high as shit. But today with the react to the fight business, as I already said that. But with the react to UFC 309 creating more questions. I don't know what he trying to say, but I'm gonna keep it a beam. John Jones should fight Tom. I feel like I'm not trying to see Pereira and John Jones. I know it sound lit, but it'll be stupid, bro. You know what I mean? But let's get right into this son bitch and see what he talking about, B.
I decided that maybe I will not retire. I have some conversations to have with Dana and Hunter, and we have some negotiating to do. And if everything goes right, maybe we'll give you guys what you want to see.
Yo, how did y'all feel about that fight, though?
I don't want to fight dangerous up-and-comers anymore. I want to fight dangerous, established champions. And that's the deal that I want. And if that's not what the fans want, then I guess I'll say sayonara.
1 week ago, I was right here telling you all that John Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall like the plague. Every interview with John Jones during fight week was blasted with duck emojis and accusation of him avoiding the real best heavyweight like USADA. So most of you had the same thought, and I don't blame you. The reasoning, at least then, was solid. Aspinall is just too fast, too strong, and too young. While John Jones was 37 years old and was fighting since his 20s, fought just one time in 4 years.
Damn.
And despite him winning, there were a lot of questions to be answered. I don't need to repeat it here and waste your time. Just go back and watch the video. I'm just here to update.
We already did, B.
Last week, we talked about John Jones ducking Tom Aspinall. After UFC 309, the questions surrounding Jones haven't disappeared. They've multiplied. And if you couldn't tell, I'm hyped about it.
Thank you to the fighting business. Absolutely amazing.
One of my favorite new channels going right now.
Oh shit! Come on, bro. Like we already seen that shit. Like,
When this happened, when John Jones submitted Cyril Gane in 2 minutes, we found more about the weakness of Cyril Gane and less about the greatness of Jones at heavyweight. 3 years away, followed by 2 minutes of combat. Hell, I wouldn't even call it combat. It was a quick execution against a stylistic mismatch, and by the end, John Jones, while champion at heavyweight, was still an unknown commodity for the most part.
that fight was okay.
How would he do
It
against
wasn't
a
all
competent
that, but it
heavyweight
was
he couldn't
aight.
submit so quickly? Could he strike with someone like Volkov? Could he deal with the power of someone like Sergey? Those were valid questions that needed answer. But of course, as we all know, Jones and Dana picked someone who had the least chance of pushing and potentially exposing Jones as his first title defense, Stipe Miocic.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to fight Stipe Miocic.
Yeah.
There has never been a fight that means more to me than beating Stipe Miocic. And I've been training for Stipe for a long time already. And so we're just gonna pick up our old notes, we're gonna re-refine them, and I'm gonna finish Stipe Miocic.
Yeah, that was the first row. Yeah, it was good to see. It's a fight. He won. Good for him. That's off. But unfortunately, he's got to fight me in July.
Again, I'm just going to speed through this. They were supposed to fight at UFC 295.
Facts.
Jones pulled out, the fight was called off, and in the end, we were looking at a new interim champion, Tom Aspinall, who by precedent and by right was Jones' next opponent. That didn't change UFC's plan though, and Jones still wanted Stipe Miocic for a quote-unquote legacy fight. This blatant refusal to fight the young and hungry contender only worsened the speculation, and with UFC 285 now a distant memory, we began to recall. Before the 2-minute submission victory, Jones arguably lost to Dominic Reyes. Before that, he went to a split decision against the crippled Thiago Santos, and he can even finish Anthony Paper Smith. The last great win that Jones had was all the way back in 2018 at UFC 232. Now, the ducking was starting to make sense. Despite all the criticism, all the hate, and the duck emojis, we still arrived at UFC 309, Jones vs Miocic fight week, and the hatred towards Jones was at an all-time high. He had held up the heavyweight division for over a year, and the shadow of the interim champion, maybe even the real heavyweight champion, loomed over the main event. Tom Aspinall was the backup fighter for the main event, and it was evident in the pre-fight press conference that he was not just the title holder, he was the people's champion.
Do you want to see the winner fight Tom? The winner should absolutely fight Tom.
Oh shit! People started going crazy.
Who's got the next question?
Knock it off.
When John Jones walked into the octagon at UFC 309, all the questions, doubt, criticism, and hatred
I had fucking goosebumps when they was coming down.
It looked like we were maybe on the cusp of an upset, a la Rousey and Holm. But when the cage door closed, John Jones reminded the world why he was considered one of the greatest to ever do it. why he was John fucking Jones. He didn't just beat Stipe Miocic, he dominated him. The first round was pretty telling as Jones ragdolled Stipe and beat the hell out of him with elbows. The second was more competitive, but Jones demonstrated that even with the added weight and the time away, he was still a tremendous kicker, as good as ever. And finally in the third round, Jones served a big reminder as to why he was one of the most vicious motherfuckers in the history of combat. If you needed a heads up about the skillfulness, the viciousness, the greatness of John Jones in 2024 and at 37 years of age, then there you have it. And once he was done with Stipe, another very real question popped up in the collective consciousness of the MMA fandom. Could Tom Aspinall really beat John Jones?
I think to beat John Jones, the most important thing that you need is good eyes, good reactions.
Gun to your head, would you bet on him? You probably would.
I definitely see openings. Whether I can do it or not, Shale, you've been in there yourself. It's fair. I don't know. But from the outside looking in, I think I can.
While Jones' performance was undeniably masterful, it left fans with more question than answers. How would Jones fare against a heavyweight who wasn't 42 years old and well past his best days? As the interim champion, Tom Aspinall has proven himself the most dangerous contender in the division, and at 31 years old, Aspinall is in his physical prime.
I think Tom Aspinall has the speed, the athleticism, and the power to give John Jones problems.
Combining elite grappling with striking precision rarely seen in the
real
division
shit
for brawlers. And unlike Stipe, Aspinall doesn't rely on legacy to justify his position. His skills speaks for themselves.
He's offended that somewhere deep in his mind and deep in his soul, he knows that I can bounce his head off the canvas. He knows it.
He's younger, faster, and stronger than any opponent Jones has probably ever faced. Can Jones deal with Aspinall's footwork and speed? Would his wrestling dominate someone with
this shit getting scary, B?
Aspinall's grappling pedigree? Could he survive the power that has crumbled every other heavyweight? Stipe landed on Jones that time. What if it was Tom Aspinall? Valid questions that need answers. With UFC 309 in the rearview mirror, the heavyweight division stands at a crossroads. Jones' performance against Stipe Miocic solidified his status as the undisputed champion, but the shadow of Tom Aspinall looms large. Dana White termed the potential John Jones versus Tom Aspinall fight as the biggest heavyweight clash in UFC history, and he's absolutely right.
It doesn't have the potential to. It's going to be. It's going to be the biggest heavyweight fight ever. And it'll probably be the biggest fight we've ever done.
If that day comes, it will be the single most important heavyweight fight in UFC history. Fuck Brock Lesnar. Fuck Jones versus Francis. Jones versus Aspinall isn't just a fight.
Yo,
it's
wait,
a general.
Why the fuck am I bopping? Yo, I'm cooked. I'm thinking he rapping and shit.
Generational clash between the
No, but this fight gonna be like, this shit gonna be magical, bro.
old guard and the new, between skill and youth, between greatness and the pursuit of it. The duck emojis are gone, but the stakes have never been higher. So let the debate begin. John Jones or Tom Aspinall?
I'm going with Jones, but if Jones keep fighting, like when people get closer, if he keep doing all this weird shit, Tom gonna knock his bitch ass out. No bullshit. But if Jones grab Tom, yeah, it's over. But let me keep it a beam. That's a hard pick.
The other UFC brass, Hunter.
These motherfuckers are dangerous.
All success. I'll see you next time. Big news coming. Big news coming.
If you're trying to get access to the music playlist for this video and all of...
No, I'm good, gang. Yo, but that's the question, though. Who y'all really got? Y'all got Jones or Aspinall, bro? And keep it a beam. Don't lie, bro.